All right, so today we're going to be talking about Carl Eielson, the father of Alaskan aviation. A little bit of a underrated guy. Not many people know about him, so let's get into it. So first off, that photo is going to be brought up a lot in this presentation because that's the only photo of him online pretty much that I can confirm that's actually him because he was alive in like the 1900s. So just, bear with me. So growing up. Carl was born in 1897 in the small town of Hatton, North Dakota. Not a lot is known about his childhood, partly because it was like 200 people in his town. And he had, in 1917, enlisted to fly in the U.S. Army Signal Corps. This career never took off since World War I ended while he was in flight training. After the war, he returned to North Dakota to work with his dad and finish his degree in law school. Simultaneously, he worked part-time as a police officer at the Capitol, and this is where he met Daniel Sutherland and was inspired to go to Alaska to teach secondary school. Again, that photo is going to come up a lot. After moving to Alaska, he became the only pilot for a company called the Farthest North Airplane Company. This company flew cargo, passengers, and also doctors into rural areas. After just a month, he performed an aerial exhibition for President Harding, and he was able to fly routes that were, at the time, traveled by dog sled and took 30 days. Carl was able to fly these routes in under 3 hours. He also gained a significant amount of recognition in the advancement in aviation relating to harsh weather, because he was the only one to make it back without, dying or crashing. And so he was able to report improvements that he could make to the plane. Those are my top three Carls. Carl had many major aviation achievements in his career, but his ability to fly in conditions thought to be impossible at the time really set him apart. One of his notable flights was in 1928, where he met George Wilkins and they gained fame for their 2,200-mile flight nonstop over the North Pole. Months after this, they flew and discovered six new islands while flying 1,200 miles in the Antarctic. Capping off 1928, this was all in one year. It was like a generational talent. Capping off 1928, he became the first person to fly over both poles in the same year, because the Earth has two poles, north and south. Thought that was a fun fact. In 1928, though, a cargo vessel got trapped in an ice in an urban part of Russia, and it had like a bunch of passengers on it. And so even though there were clearly unsafe conditions to fly, and most planes today wouldn't even attempt to make the trip out there, Eric traveled with his mechanic, Earl Borland. He was like one of his good friends too. So they traveled out to these stranded passengers, but sadly, they never made it. They, along with a crash plane, was discovered a year later in Siberia. By the time, obviously, they discovered the plane, it was too late. So, honoring Carl. Some of his achievements and medals and awards that he got was the Harmony Trophy, and this is a prestigious award given to aviators who have notable achievements worldwide, obviously, like he did, and Carl earned his for pioneering airmail flights in Alaska. The Rough Rider Award, he was awarded this by the governor of North Dakota to North Dakotans who are nationally recognized in their field. Carl's was aviation. Eielson Elementary School, that's in Alaska, obviously named after Carl. Eielson Highway, take a guess where that is. And the Alaskan Hall of Fame, where, the most famous Alaskan people are inducted to. A gold medal from the National Geographic Society, and this is given to those who make extraordinary advancements in geographical regards. So, discovering six islands and being one of the first people to fly across the Antarctic, that's what got him that award. And the Legion of Merit and Airmail Medal of Merit. The Legion of Merit is an award given by the Air Force for soldiers' outstanding service, and the Airmail Medal of Merit is just an award given to outstanding people in the airmail industry. And both of those describe Carl pretty well. And all of those are my sources. And that is all. Thank you. Okay, stop recording.